Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, come at you guys with yet another buyout market watch. Yes, we have a lot of buyout cards to go over, a lot of I told you so's, or as we say on Fresh Off the Presses channel, fresh off the flashback. I mean, that just has a great ring to it, right? But we got a lot of cards to go over, not just buyouts, but cards you should be looking at as well. So if you're here to pick up some cards, especially penny stocks, you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Market Watch. Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, come at you guys with another one. And before we begin, if you guys could hit that like button, that'd be great. 100 likes on this video would be awesome. If you're not subscribed, hopefully today's the day I earned your subscription. This month, I've actually only gone up like 5 or 6 subs, which is kind of crazy. I was like, wow, I didn't even my sub thing didn't even change at all. So if you're not subscribed, hopefully today's the day that I do earn your subscription here. Our goal is 6,000 for the end of the year. I didn't feel like putting the goal too high. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, use my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to know just cost to you. Check out TCG Creator. You can make your own graphs, whatever cards I go over in this market watch. It's on this graph as well. So you could go over it in like a week, come back to the video, click this link, and whenever you click one of these cards, it uses my affiliate link. You can also track what I say, which is pretty awesome because sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm wrong. And guys, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. It's not my fault. Barely ever happens though. Okay, that's not my fault. Okay, please cut me some slack. And then check out Whatnot using my link. You can get $15 on your next purchase, and they have a lot of great cards or like cheaper QCs that you could get for free with that $15 credit. And you can get some of those cards cheaper too. I've had cards that I've gone over there for that are like 15 bucks for like $3-4. That's pretty great, especially depending on what time you come. It's an awesome site. It has other cards and card games as well as other collectibles. So please check it out. Thank you, my YouTube channel members. Consider being a YouTube channel member as well if you haven't already. And there will be a channel member video coming very soon here. And we're just going to get right to this here. So Dominus Purge here. This is, you got one here for 42. Now, I saw this yesterday on stream. I have a feeling that this guy maybe has the store off. I can't tell, but it's $71 today, 72 because more decks that can actually play it that aren't affected by the dark water or fire, as well as it's just a very good card in general. Both Dominuses are. The QC is bought out at 200. I actually had a subscriber ask me, hey, should I get this at 130? I'm scared of a reprint. And I was like, a QC at 60 of this card at 65%, you say yes, and then just straight up take it. And while this card will go down probably in October because we will be getting the tins then. So if you do have this card and you're wondering if you should get rid of it, obviously if you don't think you're going to play competitively for a while or you don't need the card, you could just go ahead and sell it. But when we get the tins in, I think October, someone maybe said it was a September thing this year. Whenever the tins are, a good amount of time before, like a month and a half, you should probably be looking at moving this card. Maybe even like a month and maybe 2 months even, you know, a month and 3 weeks, right? And remember, I'm not a financial advisor, but if this card's in the tin, it will drop down. Granted, if they are like the last year's tins, I believe that it might not drop a crazy amount if we get the abundance of cards like we did last time. But yeah, completely about Pankratops. Now, I had a little bit of an aneurysm on stream yesterday. And if you were on stream, you know, we saw this card at $20. Now, it is $10 right now. It is super good right now in the side, especially against a deck like Yummy. It's really, really good because you really do have to force them to do certain things when you drop this card, which is pretty good here. As well as this card is obviously a staple. I told people at $3-4, it will go up eventually, but $20, that is just crackhead prices. When I saw it at $20, I was like, you know what? I'm good with commons. I'm good with ultras. That's kind of what I have to say. And the funniest part about it is on stream, I was like, I want to see what the CRs are because I had a CR listed on my store, which is in the description below. And I went down here and mine was listed for 35 and it was the first listing. I found that really, really funny. I was like, I could change it, but I'm good. Nah, this is just too funny. Shout out if you came to the stream, by the way. I appreciate everyone who does. It's every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central. It's an hour to 2 hours. It always depends on how I feel. But yeah, CR Pank here, 40 bucks. I'll be perfectly honest here. These look great. I like this card a lot. And it does go up to $50, 150 here. You know, a set like Ancient Guardian, nobody's really going to be opening this up anyway. Like, I remember I got my set of CRs when they were 17. I just really liked them because I was like, you know what? I like this card a lot. I owned the CRs when they were 100, and I thought I'd never get rid of them. And then I just was like, you know what? I'm scared because when Rarity Collection 1 came out, I was a little worried about things. And I'm happy I got rid of them, and then I got them back later. Let me just say that. But yeah, $40 here. It's really not that bad for a CR Pank. Not at all. Vanquish Soul Holly Sue is $43. Now, am I shocked? No, not really even at all. If anything, I think that this is a very natural increase. Not going to call it a buyout. Not going to do that. Not just because it has 46 listings, but this card was about $30 to $34, $35. Now, it was closer to 50 and has calmed down since. But going up $10 or less, depends if you want to see it from 32, 33 or the 35, 36 it sometimes was. The thing is, this card is going to be played with K9. We know how good VS is going to be. We know how VS should be good from the ban list as well. And then Duelist Advance is a set. We know this failed. I made a whole discussion video about it. This is the most expensive card of the set. Now, we're not counting the promo, and even if we did, I think it beats it out. So when people don't want to buy this set, the top is just going to go even higher. So $43, not shocked at all. Also, these secrets at 19, someone did ask about these. I said this go further down. Keep an eye on it from, I think it was like 30 something. You know what? At 19, if you're like, you know what? I still kind of want this card. It has dropped like 12, because it was like 30, 32, $11, right? Maybe $13. So it's not too bad. And that's what's great about having TCG Creator. I could also check my old stuff to see, was it 17? Was it 18? I know you guys are probably like, okay, Saki, get it over with. We're not splitting tomatoes here. No one's going to be like, oh, bro, you said it went up 50 and it went up $9.18, okay? But you guys like to bust my balls, so maybe. So, yeah, 19s are not bad on Mediases. Not bad at all. The QCs here are 230, 250. Not bad at all for this QC. Would I pay it? No. Vanquish Soul Ji Leung, $18, going up to $19 here. Hopefully this does see a reprint. You know, maybe in the tins they'll reprint a little more VS stuff. You never know. Rocco the Vanquisher, Secret Rare. These are like $10 here. They've been holding 10s, while the ultis are holding about 31 here, going up to $32. So this card luckily has the Ultra, the Secret, and the ulti. If it didn't have the Secret Rare, I was worried about this card. I think that the ultis would be higher, and I think the Ultras would have been maybe closer to $15 if we did not get the Secret Rare. The Ultras are, yeah, about $10 here. These are the same price, funny enough here. I do like how this card looks. I still don't like it as an ulti pick, but OTS 24 has aged like some fine wine. If Chaos Angels at 30 something, by the way, super duper cheap. Looks like Featherstorm's been moving a little more as well. We actually took a look at this. Yeah, they're selling. I think I want to see this card once a month. I think I'm going to have this card once a month on my market watch and just kind of see how it's doing. In fact, another card that I like to check up on once in a while, I think it's been like 3 weeks here, is the Tournament Pack Cyber Dark or Cyber Dragon, the ulti. Just near mints here. We're at 26 listings, 52, 55 going up to 60 here. We don't have, I believe we used to have more walls, and now we don't really, or at least more play sets. This card in July, we saw a playset sell here, and then just copies, right? This card may take years to age. I think it's just because we got the QC to compete, and it just is what it is. Megarock Dragon, ultimate rare here. This card can only be special summoned by removing rock subtype monsters from your graveyard from play. This card gains attack and defense strength is equal to times the number you removed this way. So I actually think this is a very, very cute card here. Right now, your ultis are 28s for your light play first eds. If we just put near mint lightly played, we kind of janitor it up here. 18 listings, 28, 36, going up to $40 here. I think this card could be a very good extender, especially if rocks ever get more support, which they might, right? You know, if Block Dragon ever comes back, if they bring that back because a rock archetype is getting some type of support, Adamancipator support may eventually happen. I mean, I'm telling you guys, we got Eldritch, we got Rika support. Adamancipator, we're gonna get something very soon from Adamancipator. I want to see what the other version of Megacock is doing right now. Megacock slipping off the condom. These are dollars here. That's not actually, because I remember this was like a promo. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Was this a promo? No, it couldn't have been a promo. Yeah, your first sets are dollars here, $2. My 16 listings is not a lot, guys. I would definitely be looking at this. Well, you do have, but you do have like commons here, so you know, you even have the Dark Revelation 3. Do we really just not have any of these on the market? No, we do. $4, $5. So if you want your DRVs, you know, you want to be special. Ooh, I'm special. Here you go. They do look clean though. In fact, I'm going to take a break from the meta and just look at Adamancipator. What are these kind of prices at? 22 listings, not a lot there. I think we need a little more. They're like $9, $10 here. They do go up to 25 on the next page. Can they sell at 25? I think so. I'm going to be honest. If Adamancipator support, yeah. $2 on Dragon. This card's a very good generic card. If you want to spend $2, this is a very good card to get. You have the really bad spell from Rise of the Duelist, but I don't think this card has a rare, I think. Yeah, it just has a garbage rare. Yeah, this card was dog. This card was awful, but I love the artwork a lot. I do like the artwork. Adamancipator and Friends kind of reminds me of there's like this show. It's like really popular in Japan. It's like Kimono Friends, I believe, where it's like all the girl, like you have like, you know, women and they're like half animal, half girl, and they're barely wearing anything. It's pretty hot. I don't know. I don't watch the show, but I've seen artwork of it. I'm like, oh shit, that slaps. Ultras are cents. These are cents for secrets. This card was never that good though. Your cheap guys are like pennies if you want them. But yeah, this card also got a common, so not worth too much. Block Dragon QC got bought out once. I want to see. Yeah, they're like $6 now. Not awful. Dogmatika Ecclesia. We got more Dogmatika support. I said this was a good card at $10. Right now they're 15s, going up to 20, going up to 25, 30. So, hey, if you got this card, good job. Dogmatika Punishment. I told people $6 was fine for this. It'll probably come back in the format eventually because people do like that card. I did not like think about Dogmatika support at all. $16, $20 for your QCs here. If you want to get, if you have a set and you can get rid of it for like, let's say 18 or something, you know, 17 or I mean, it's a 3x. Just take it. That's how I see it. Especially if you got a playset. So it's a 3x on a $6 card times 3. Hey, that's $36. Let's say you sold it in person, no taxes, not making anything complicated. Hey, that's pretty nice, right? Especially because some people, when they're working for like $15 an hour, you know, that's like 3 hours of work because they're getting taxed, right? And then not to mention they have like the time to go to work, all that. I mean, that's not bad for just money that you sat on. Also, while we're here, I love the artwork, by the way. Artwork looks great. While we're here, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 6K that it bothers me. If you guys haven't subbed already, hopefully you subscribe, hit that like button. Let me know what cards I'm going over in the next Mark Watch in the comment section below. By the way, this is check out my discussion videos. I do gotta do another one. I did take a break. I'm not trying to like overload myself, but I don't want to have like 4 months go by or like close to 5 and then 2 weeks till my next discussion. But there might be a little bit of time. But check out my discussion videos. You guys might really like them, and consider being a channel member. You can, for $2, you get access to my channel member videos, which I really need to upload another one. You get emotes and you help support the channel. There may be also more perks in the future. Dogmatika Fleur de Lis, the Knighted Rise of the Duels, $8 here. Very good card to get. I mean, I thought they'd make it a QC, same with Maximus, but I guess they didn't. Can this card be played? I think so. Because it's basically you special, and if you have, because it's just a hand trap. It's just like a negate. Special, right? Effect, right? Negate, right? That's what I really like. But it does have the then, so it's not like you chain it, then can target. It's kind of like a weird imperm. Like if they have the effect on someone, you could special this, but I don't believe you could because of the wording. You can't, because it's been a while since I've ever seen anyone play this. I think the last time I saw someone play this, probably 2020. Yeah, maybe early 2021. But I don't even know if this effect came up. But yeah, that's like the one thing. If this was a special then negate, that'd be great. But you know, like as all in one effects, you could just special negate. But if you are special summons an extra deck monster, you have to special this, and this is then, so their card would probably resolve. But it also gains 500. The 500 attack also is really cool because it's permanent. I've actually had a game when I was playing this back when this card just came out. I had this hit like 4,500. It was actually pretty cool. Then we have Maximus Secrets. They're like $10. I know this card has the reprint, which is good, but $10 for Maximus OG, very good for Razo Duelist. In fact, I actually want to see what like Nadir Servant's at. That's a Nadir Servant. Your QCs are 24, 25. What are your secrets at? OG. $6, very good. I actually think these are good. Your ulti Ecclesia is here now. This is a card I said at $6, $7 is still really, really cheap. But, like, I hate looking at this card. I got some water on my mouse. Damn. All right, wipe that off. Yeah. Just like how you know what? Not going to make your mom joke. I told myself that they were getting a little annoying as well as someone else. So, I tried. $12, $15 for your Ecclesias. I do like this card a lot. It does look super cool. Not even just the ulti, but just the card in general. I really like it. But yeah, these are going up at least, which is good. As you can see here, the sales history. So if you do have these and you've thought about selling them, but they were too piss poor, you could keep track now and be like, oh, you know what? Okay, now I'll, get rid of them. I think a lot of people like the ulti. Platinums are like $1, $2, $3, $4. You guys know the platinums always go up for no reason. Well, not no reason, but your C104s. This card should have been a rare. $58, $70. I'm wondering if they're gonna pre-ban this card instead of Paradise Smasher. Now, I think Paradise Smasher should get banned. However, where they're making it a CR in Justice Hunters, let's be real, it's not getting banned. So I'm wondering if they're looking at this card for some reason, or maybe they just didn't, put it as a reprint. But yeah, this card is overpriced with the ultis being about 112. Suck my ass. Engage here, platinums. These are ones for $5 for a light play. Then they're $10. 13. I told people at $3, this card is amazing because not only is Sky Striker a fan favorite, but not the platinum here. The QC was like $100. I was like, we know our plats have always been about 10 to 20%, right? Even if engages go to that near about 10%, it's still $10. That's a 3x on a $3 card. That's a card that people want playsets of. You sell it immediately, right? I thought it was free money, and it is. 95 on the QCs. Kurakara, Div Incarnate here, OTS here. These are basically after these two are gone at $40. They're 45, 50, $60 here. 65. Nobody wants lightly played at 53, by the way. And yes, this is my store, and I'm saying nobody wants the lightly played at 52. But yeah, am I shocked this card has gone up? No, not really. But the fact that people let a staple like this be $12 when we really didn't have a very good reprint for this card. We had a reprint, Terminal's Revenge, but we had the OG print, which was very scarce. Especially because it was POT, all that. We had the ulti, then we had one secret rare from Terminal Revenge, but the card was just always really, really low here. I'm going to be honest, if you didn't get this when it was cheap, you kind of Billy Bobbed. I'm not going to lie. You kind of done goofed. Don't know what to tell you. Spellbound. Now, I got a really cool comment, and this is what I love about my community, is I like being corrected on stuff, unless you're telling me that it's pronounced Tistina. It's going to be Tistana. Not because I'm right, you're actually right, but because I'm not going to admit I'm wrong, because I'm the big Yugi tuber with an ego. Anyway, Spellbounding Darkwing Blast. Someone told me that, hey, isn't this card going to be, like, really good against Yummy? And I was like, oh, yeah, Spellbound. Because I always talk about this card once in a while saying, hey, when it has a good format, this card's going to come back up. All face-up monsters your opponent currently controls cannot be tributed or used as a material for fusion, secret, extra, or link summon until the end of this turn. At least it doesn't say ritual. Actually, you tribute with ritual, so never mind. $2 here for your copies. When you go near Met, it only has like 49 listings, which isn't a lot, but you don't really have play sets here. It's like $3.50 going up to. The sales history is here. In fact, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3. So that's like 16 copies right there. People are trying to get their play sets just in case this is good. Maybe you guys should get your copies as well. And by the way, if you're buying any cards off TCG Player, use my affiliate link down in the description below. It helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And when you do remember it, it does help me out quite a bit. Your ultras, by the way, are like 50 cents. I would just get the secrets for $1.50 though. Platinum Gadget here. Now this card looks very weird because as you see here with the little punch, this kind of reminds me of water aerobics, or as I like to call white women gym class. I actually went to white women gym class today because my wife wanted to try it out. If you don't know what white women gym class is, it's basically like, how should I say this? It's not like fake exercising, but it's like very, very light exercising. Me and my wife went to a water aerobics class today, and we were doing what Platinum Gadget's doing over here, but in the water, right? Because there was a woman who was playing, you know, white girl music, which granted, white girl music's great. I think 2010 white girl music is where it really peaked. I'll still listen to it, right? You know, some Lady Gaga, some Katy Perry, you know, some Kesha, all that. Hey, you know what? I was a kid back then and it was popping. So judge me if you would like in the comment section below. But we're just doing the Platinum Gadget in the water, right? We're doing some of this in the water, and I'm just sitting here like, man, if I didn't go to the gym yesterday, like, I don't know. It almost felt like I was at a Planet Fitness, guys. Almost, right? There weren't any alarms, though, just in case, you know, some fatty tripped or something and rang the bells or whatever. If you don't know, in Platinum Fitness, they don't, if you have too much weight or make too much noise, there's an alarm that sounds and they tell you not to do that. It's very, very pathetic. But, yeah, at least me and my wife had fun. Platinum Gadget, though. So everybody do the Platinum Gadget while you're in the fucking pool. Oh, and by the way, my wife's, after we tried it out, said, yeah, this was kind of stupid. I'm like, oh, I know. $8, though. Sometimes you just got to do what the other person wants to show respect, you know. But they do, there are 10 going up to 15, 18. Why is this card being bought out? I don't really know. However, it is an extender for machines because you could special for a level 4 lower from your hand, but since you can't link it off, it's not that great. Although I think you could fuse it. You could fuse it, so people do that with this card. But I haven't really been seeing it in a lot of builds. I don't know if maybe Cyberdragon has a new build with this, but please let me know in the comment section below what this is being used in right now. I always told people to grab these at 4s because they were very cheap at like this $4 mark. But this card, if you did get a reprint, it would kill the value, especially as a secret rare. So I was like, yeah, if you want a copy or two. Dual Power, though. That is a 2018 set. I feel very old. Primite Imperial Dragon. So, I always talk about whenever a archetype gets reprinted, always, or like cards get reprinted from archetype, always look at the other ones because they may go up in value. I told people about Imperial Dragon when we saw it at $1. I said, well, hopefully you got yours when they were 28, 30 cents. This card was 20. In fact, if we go to the year, you could see here they're selling, it says 61 cents, but 35 to 87 cents. Sometimes they're like 50 cents. Like right over here it says 20 to 26, right? So let's say 50 cents, right? I told people to grab them, right? They can only go up from here as a penny stonk, and you guys love your penny stonks on this channel. That's why I gotta do more 5 cards to have your trade binder. I always say that, but I don't do it. I really gotta get on that. But anyway, I told people at $1, it's still good to grab even at 2, and now they're 3s. In fact, if we go near mint, they're kind of $4. Oh, okay, let's go verified. There's more unverified on the front page than I thought. 25 listings, $4 here. Going up to $5. Am I shocked? Not at all. I also talked about Primite Roar. Now, this card, for most of its life, was around $1. I'm not going to try to gaslight you guys. Yes, was it pennies over here? People talked about, even I mentioned it, and went up $2. Said, hey, you know, your 25 cent card went up to $1, right? Yeah, $1.50, $2 here. So it's a $2 card. Can it go up even higher? I think it may, but we got to see where Primite really goes. The problem I have is that we get a lot of support where it's just not good enough. Primite Lordy Load, the OGs are $28. That's not too bad today for your copies. Your Song Morganites here are $3. $3. Not too bad. It's gone down to an appropriate price, so that's good. Here to the Arclight piece here. Now, we went over the QC, and it was closer to $50. Now they're like $40 here. And then I told people the PCRs at $2-3. These are going to go up too. Same with the Platinum. So if you didn't get the QCs, get these odd rarity outs. And if you did, good job. They are $7. $8 going up to $20. Am I shocked? Not at all. And with that being said, boys, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. Let me know the cards I'm going over next market watch and all that jazz. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.